starting. Alright. Get the rest of our army back together. So hey. Problem. Attachments. Yeah, Frisia will be kind of an interesting start, I think, just because they have an open path to migrate, and there's some pretty good provinces to migrate. Fish and salt aren't like super duper useful, but they can kind of crawl their way down. Really what you want to do is get access to iron. That's always like my first priority if I don't have iron. I think if you start as one of the German tribes, the fastest way to do that is either going to be to migrate over to the Carpathians, or you're going to want to try to like land somewhere down here and like conquer into Tauriscia or something like that. Yeah, heavy infantry changes the game. Shoot. Got their big ass arm united. Okay, if you head them off there. All right, that was brilliant. That was good. We're gonna see if we can get over there and help. If it's possible to divide and conquer that huge army, access to ironing. No trade available because everybody's at war. Now that's going to be a problem. I guess they'll take attrition if they keep that stack together. Manpower-wise, we are getting down on the low end. Also just demonstrating how long it takes to walk any freaking Alps. Who all is involved? Okay, they called Vocantia in. Might overall be outnumbered now. Seriously, no trade routes available in the capital because it's just on fire. Scared? Might have. Yeah, they're still trying to attack us here. Horsemen should get there about halfway through the battle. Okay, these guys are also marching. We also have allies coming. Time to make it. I don't think it's gonna be pretty soon. I think we should record that, honestly. Yeah, that might be. Letting me retreat. Have an ally that's battle. For some reason it won't let me retreat. That might be the run, actually. That might be the this campaign. We'll see how it goes. I probably should have played as someone slightly larger instead of trying to flex and be like, oh no, we're going to be as historically accurate as possible. Just because when you're doing a stream for entertainment, it's like, yeah, like, but if you play as if you make it too hard on yourself, then the stream doesn't end up being entertaining. Just get stepped on. Let's see. Let's see how this shakes out for like one more. So I don't know where the Achaidh are. They should have a very large army. I think they're getting their asses kicked by someone else, maybe. I don't know. Cohorts do they have? 17. So like they have a sizable army. That they're at war with all of Gaul. That's kind of distracting their help us. Lost a clan retinue. We might lose the other one to attrition. Got an 11k stack. They've got a 0.3k stack over here. Our capital. Achaidh are just screwing around down here. We're gonna go after the freaking Vocantians, who are the furthest away from us and thus the strategically the least important. Let's see. Alfred says the more woad provinces I conquer, the more woad I have to put on my face. Yeah. Actually, so two historical things about that. One, the Gauls did not really use woad, so I am being a little bit ahistorical here. It was mainly the Britons. The other thing is that by analyzing woad, at this point we're pretty sure that that was not what the Britons actually used to dye their skin with. That'll help. Strike from afar. Apparently our archers were trying to strike from melee range, and now they have learned how to strike from... So... yeah, we're pretty sure that they weren't actually using woad, because woad doesn't actually really stick to your skin that well, unless they were combining it with something else, maybe. Some other plant material. Possible. Yeah, that was more an assumption on the Romans' part. From the Roman perspective, than something that actually we have any confirmation. Anyway, I have not enough manpower to refill my armies. I don't think... Yeah, my other clan isn't even going to rebuild their retinue because there aren't any valid provinces for them to put in. So the best we can hope for at this point is to maybe help the Achaidh win some battles. Get around without getting our stepped on. Hoovering. Are our allies gonna kill us? Who knows? We have 46 heavy infantry left. So 46 of the Oathsworn have survived the war out of 4,000. Let's see. 2 of our fellow tribesmen have come forward. Case. Help settling ownership over a gold crown they found. Lutarius Galbus believes it belongs to him, as he was the one to find it, while Iorix Totalis says it belongs to him. Let's see. Both pretty loyal, but you know what? I'm gonna say it belongs to the gods. I can do that. Alright, we actually won that. I'm gonna try to stack wipe our Alright, you stay there. You guys do this. So we're gonna do. There. Alright, well, we got them to abandon the siege of the capital, so. Peace imminent. Because we've not contested the war goal. Would they take a white piece now? Probably not. I think it's that the defender gets to demand a white piece, but if they don't want a white piece, that doesn't actually help us, so. We're allowed on all of these. Oh, let's see what we can do. Is that the Achaidh? Yeah, okay, so the Achaidh will relieve the siege of our capital. Pretty big deal. Oh, well, let's wait for these guys to come. Stay where you are, stay where you are. Nope. Could have won that battle if you guys had stayed where you were. Good. Alright. Are you attaching to our army? Is that what you're doing? No? You're run off. You're gonna fuck off into the south? To do what? To back. I don't know what they're thinking. They want. Point we just want to turn the tide of the war enough that we don't have to give up any land and start it off small enough that we can't rule. Really? Really, you guys? Alright, yeah, if this is a total stack wipe, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Oh, okay. So we have no armies. Alright, so. Yes, the from the Roman perspective clip is somewhat bread tube inspired. True. Oh, I realized Dick should have been eating this whole time. There we go. Find Kevin McLeod. And the game crashed. So, go ahead and relaunch that. Yeah, so, yeah, Traces in the chat is pointing out, yeah, the alliances do get kind of crazy in Imperator. They tend to call in entire regions of the world anytime anyone gets in a fight. At least on the level that we're at right now, where it's like a lot of small tribes kind of battling against each other. But anyway, as I was saying at the very beginning of this stream, before any of this happened, the game crashing kind of ruined my dramatic timing, because I was gonna do something funny, but waiting for it to load back up. I might actually need to restart OBS because it doesn't pick up. Gonna pick up Imperator now. Out of it. Program to respond. Let's go ahead and switch over to webcam. How are you guys doing? Wiped a significant amount of the blue off of my face at this point. Since I can't stop touching my face for some reason. RedTube. Commandalicious is the combination of bread, as in the conquest of bread by Peter Kropotkin, and YouTube, which is used to describe a number of YouTubers with left anarchist views who make lots of fun video essays. Might come to include myself in the... Okay, so we have... There we go. So as I was saying at the very beginning of this stream, the very beginning, because we really haven't played the game for real yet. And as I said on Twitter prior to the stream, so the Arverni were a tribe that were known for leading the final rebellion against Roman rule. They were one of the more powerful tribes in the region, ruling from the Oppida of Gergovia in central Gaul. Their king around the time of Caesar was Vercingetorix, who attempted to unite all the Gauls against Roman rule, and that was the kind of last ditch effort of maintaining Gaulish tribal independence. So the first thing we want to check is, do we start out with iron, which in fact we do. So that's good. We want to eventually form the Gaulish nation, which means we're going to have to conquer all of this stuff. Quite a large area. Really just a lot of single provinces over a very wide area. And now let's, because I never would forget to do this, let's remember to do the most important thing, which is to set all of our national ideas at the very beginning. Because can you even imagine if somebody forgot to do that for like 40 years and wasn't getting any of the bonuses from it? Like that would just be, that'd be so silly. It would just be absolutely silly. All right, so see, we're getting freeman production, national tribesman output. We're actually a federated tribe, which is a step above a settled tribe. So, like, if we had done something dumb, like played as the Verbigeni and then tried to form the Helvetian nation, that would have made us into a federated tribe. So, you know, it's almost like we're skipping a step over what would have happened if we were stupid. Yeah, always take herbalism first. Cool. Don't have grain in the capital, you should try to get it. We already have irons. Import grain. That's... Import it from Britain. Isn't as weird as you might think. There's actually a very good audiobook I've recommended on Twitter a couple times, but if you're interested in Celtic history at all, there's a... the Great Courses put out a course called The Celtic World that presents some recent scholarship that says Celticness might not have been something that was spread by a group of people who migrated over a wide area, but rather their culture and their language might have spread through trade and becoming a lingua franca of trade throughout what became the Celtic parts of Europe, because they've done genetic studies in Britain and found that like there really isn't a lot of evidence for like a Celtic invasion. Like the people who live, you know, there's villages in like the English Midlands where, as far as they can tell, all of that DNA has been there for thousands of years or something like that. So being a Celt might not have necessarily been related to, you know, oh, I was a Celt over here, and then I moved over here, and now I'm going to be a Celt over here. It might be that there was a slow diffusion. I like to talk about it like a cultural victory in civilization. Yeah, so that's a really interesting read/listen. Okay, so still have one dumb tribal chief who wants to build just almost all archers for some reason. Province's loyalty is going down, but that's because the local governor asshole. Wait till we have some diplomatic power to fix that. Don't need to change any laws at the moment. This. Less. Erta going. I think we have enough slaves. Now we actually have practically no slaves, so it's definitely going to be more to our economic benefit. Transaction tax. The didn't do in that last game that did not exist. Okay. Well, me. My heavy infantry as the core of that army. The Diviki family are unhappy. Divicus is actually an interesting, important character in Caesar's commentary. Okay, so we're gonna go for low-hanging fruit to start out with. So 6 cohorts, 16 cohorts, 10 cohorts, 7 cohorts. So the Segusavians and the Ruteni are probably going to be our target. Neither of them have any major alliances yet. Could go after the Limavikes immediately and cement our power in the region, but I'm a little worried that's going to be fighting off more than we can. Go after Segusavia. So I'm gonna form an alliance with these guys for now, just because they're nearby and they're strong. We're also gonna invite them to a defensive. All right. So the Limavikians are gonna be our bros. Since we're not going to be conquering in that direction, we can also make friends safely with people around them. Kind of making a conscious decision that we're going to be conquering east and north, not south and west. Oh, they're already in. Ikia won't trade with us. That's yes. Money, so league. Oh, they're already in a defensive league with the Pictonis. Okay. We're at 4 out of 4 relation. Got a slightly better general. Part of the problem with that last run is we just rolled crap generals. Our best general was a 6. Yeah, I know, it's very sad, Casey's very sad about how bad our generalship was overall. Need some money. Verb. Ikius. Bunus is thick. Peter. By bottleneck. Formation. Light. Cloth, which will give us research points. I'd actually be making significantly more research points. Coming up on 2 hours. We'll take a break at 2 hours. Let everyone go to the bathroom. I'll get company. So about 5 minutes from now, I'm going to take a break. All right. Yeah, our tech situation is actually not that much. Eventually, we'll start promoting people into. All right, veterans due. After wars, toil, and hardship, it was with hopeful eyes that the veterans of our armies looked towards retirement. A life of rural farming with promised farmlands almost often parceled out to the most deserving. Recent circumstances have led to great droves of our retiring soldiers clamoring for quiet life, seeking counsel from their generals and leaders. Tachyovanis Tautalis has been appointed on behalf of our generals to negotiate a complex arrangement why we might assuage our tired veterans and yield them some reward. Very wary of what might occur if we should refuse. So we can meet this demand. Farmlands their veterans, but have me assuage their aim. Guess we'll see what the implications of. All right, our largest clan retinue is 6. 5, so we can hold up to 6. Raid is. Our leader's not a totally incompetent. Well, slightly incompetent. We get our governor policies in order. Then we can start saving up our oratory power to fabricate a claim and go to war. Unlike Rome, when you're living life from the Roman perspective, just get events that give you free claims on everything. But you know, we actually have to work for our claims over here in Gaul. So a little bit tougher. It's a little bit tougher when you don't, grow up with a marble spoon in your mouth. I don't even know if you could make a marble spoon. I don't even know if that would be a good idea. But look at this is just gross. Look, wine, olives, salt. They've got actually salt was extremely valuable at this time period. Let's see, friends. If you ever get the chance to be friends with the head of another important family, do it. Would be my advice to all of you guys. Miraculous recovery. He's 37 years old, so I would hope that he would not die of an illness. All right. So, help from this province. All right, cool. So we've got 2 friends that are heads of families. My power cost. All right. And it's costing me 55 to change policies. 50. All right. I think our government is now set up how we want. So we can start saving up. Make sure we need that. Don't need Pavia. It gets us closer to Genova, which we do need. Maybe we should go to war with the Biterges or the Aidui. Cohorts, 10 cohorts. Pavia. Here, getting their asses kicked already. Might not exist for. These are allied with this. So maybe we should go to war with Bitergia.